Hi guys, welcome to Netgate Chemistry. So in coordination chemistry, we are on the topic of stereoisomerism, and today we are going to discuss about the square planar complexes having unidentate ligands. So what are the types of stereoisomerisms which we can observe in these type of complexes? So first of all, if we talk about these square planar complexes, then one thing is for sure that metal is at the center, right? And 4 ligands are attached like this. All these 5 are in a single plane. Now, if all these 5 are in a single plane, then we can slice cut them. Okay, so suppose this paper is a plane. Okay, in the center there is a metal, and at these 4 corners we have 4 ligands attached. Okay, so this plane of paper is going to be the plane of symmetry. So in all the square planar complexes we will be having plane of symmetry present because of this slice cut. Okay, so plane of symmetry is always present in all these square planar complexes. Now if POS is present, then the compound is going to be optically inactive. Having no enantiomeric pair. So now first we are going to talk about MABCD type of a complex. That is, all the 4 ligands are different. So what happens in this case, we have a metal and 4 ligands are attached like this: A, B, C and D. So now we have to see what could be the possible isomers of this particular complex. So in order to find out the number of isomers possible, what we have to do is just fix one of these ligands. Suppose I am going to fix this A. Now you have to rotate the remaining ligands. Okay, not actual rotation but here only. So what we are going to do is A will remain here, okay, and B will shift here, C here and D here. This is a new isomer. Now again what we can do, A is here, now C will be here, D will be here and B will be here. Okay, now again if we rotate, what happens, B will occupy this position, C will occupy this one and D will occupy this one, just like this one. So there are so far 3 isomers possible for this complex. Okay, so there are 3 isomers in this particular complex. Now with this we will move on to the second type of a complex, which is MA2BC. That is, 2 ligands are same and 2 are different. So what happens here, we have metal, we have 2A attached here and B and C here. Now what we can do is, see, these 2A are same. Okay, now they are adjacent to each other. What we can do here is that we can give them sort of a transposition. Okay, so these are so far the 2 isomers possible for this kind of a complex. Now time for the third type of a complex, which is MA2B2 type. In this type of a complex, suppose we have 2A adjacent to each other and 2B adjacent to each other, sort of a cis position. So we can shift them to transpositions with each other like this, and there are no other possible isomers. So this particular complex is also having 2 isomers. Now with this we'll move on to next type, that could be the MA3B type. Okay, now here here we have this B, okay, and this B is surrounded by 3A, okay, this A and this A. There is no other possible isomer, so it is having only one isomer. Now there is one more type of a complex left, which is MA4 type. Now in this type of complex also, all the ligands are same, so there are no possible isomers, okay. So far for square planar complexes having unidentate ligands, this is common for all the square planar complexes, that is they are going to be optically inactive. Why? Because there is plane of symmetry present and there will be no enantiomeric pairs. And if we talk about the geometrical isomers, then what happens here, we have discussed in all these cases, and we have also discussed the possible number of isomers in each of these cases, right? So with this, now we'll move on to the next category of the complexes. So the next category will be square planar complexes having bidentate ligands. But before moving into that, I want to clarify a point, that is the bidentate ligands, they generally occupy the cis positions with each other and not the trans position. Why this is so? This is because of the strain. They are not going to form they're not going to occupy the transpositions. They will be adjacent to each other every time they occupy the position, okay. So now we'll move on to the square planar complexes having bidentate ligands. So in square planar complexes having bidentate ligands, first we are going to discuss about the complexes of the type MAA2. So this is a type of a bidentate ligand which I am showing with AA. So what happens here, if we have a metal and two ligands are attached like this, they will be attached like this, okay. This is how we show the bidentate ligands. So if you look closely into this complex, then you will realize that there will be no cis transpositions possible, so there will be no enantiomeric pair, so there will be a single isomer possible here. So here there is no geometrical isomerism present, so there will be no enantiomeric pairs also. Similarly for the case of MAAB2, for that also, because if we have MAAB2, then this is going to remain cis with each other, I have told you earlier, and these two B will occupy this positions. So what happens, these two B can occupy trans position if there was not this bidentate ligand. What happens, these bidentate ligands, they occupy cis positions only and not the trans positions, so B cannot shift at this position. So that is why we cannot see the geometrical isomers in this case also. Similar is for the case of MAABC and MABC2, okay. AB is nothing, this is also a bidentate ligand, but the donating sites are different, okay. So for all these cases, this one, first, second, third and fourth, there will be no geometrical isomers possible, so there will be no enantiomeric pairs, so there will be a single isomer, right? Now moving on to the case of fifth case of MAB. This is a bidentate ligand and these two are unidentate ligands, C and D. Now what happens, this is a metal and AB, this is a bidentate ligand, and CD have occupied these two positions. So what happens here, see, C is adjacent to, in the environment of C there is A and D. Now environment can be changed like this. Now around the environment of C there is B and D. Initially it was A and D, so environment is changing, so definitely these two are different isomers. So these are the two isomers present, so there are two geometrical isomers possible, and these are also the total number of isomers, okay, because there are no optical isomers that we have discussed in the earlier also, okay. So now with this we'll move on to the sixth category, that is MAABC. So here this is bidentate ligand having similar donating sites. Here this is a bidentate ligand having different donating sites. So what happens? We have this M. This is first bidentate ligand and this is the second one. Now here also, see, if we change the position of this B and C, then also the environment is going to remain same. You can draw and see by yourself also. So there will be no geometrical isomers present, so there will be no enantiomeric pairs, and there is going to be only one isomer present in this case also. Okay. Now the seventh, that is MAB2 type, that is both the bidentate ligands have different donating sites. Then what happens? Now if we look at the environment of any one of the ligands, suppose I'm taking the environment of this A, then adjacent to this A there is B and A. Now if I change the position of these two donating sites of the bidentate ligand, then what happens? Now if I look at the environment of this A, then there is one B and second B. Initially there was one A and one B, so environment is changed, so these two are different isomers. So there are basically two geometrical isomers, and that is also equal to total number of isomers in this case. So this is so far about all the types of square planar complexes which are having bidentate ligands. So what are the types of stereoisomers which they can show? So definitely they are not going to show any optical isomers because they are optically inactive. Why? Because there is slice cut present. As far as the geometrical isomers go, we have discussed all the cases. Okay, so this is so far about the isomerism. I hope this video was helpful for you. So far that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.